Are you a comic book fan ready to dive into one man's massive collection of nearly 20,000 comic books? Well, I'm Tim Aslin. I'm going to take you through them all, one box at a time, A to Z. These are Marty's Comics. Issue 72. Did you hear about the one... Wait, sorry. Wow. Dyslexic. In this weird way, right? Like, I don't swap letters. I'll swap entire words. There's probably a different word for this. I'll swap entire words in a sentence for some reason. Anyway, this one's called Did You Hear the One About Scorpio? I didn't. Issue 72, though. Oh, here we go. Let's move forward here in time. So this is the first team appearance of Zodiac Cartel. I feel like I remember reading a run of Amazing Spider-Man, more like modern, that had, was it Amazing Spider-Man? I think so. That had the Zodiac or a Zodiac adjacent. I can't remember. Why am I even trying to? Captain Marvel's in this one, though. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Again, looking good, vibrant colors. I like this cover. Issue 73. It's pretty. The Sons of the Serpent Strike. This is a first appearance of Monica Lynn. Wish I knew who that was. I don't. Ugh. All right, I'll look it up. Hang on. All right, so let's see. Monica Lynn is an American songstress and activist who was one of the Black Panther's early love interests. Okay, that's cool. Anything else worth noting? She's from Georgia. That's fun. Blah, 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 blah. They got engaged at one point, her and T'Challa. But he called it off. That's so him. All right. I like this cover, though. I think it's cool. Let's go back. So, once again, we got Roy Thomas. Cover penciler, Marie Severin. That's a new name. And then some old names that we've seen already. All right, we're skipping 74, even though we have it. We're going to another first appearance, 75. This is first appearance of Archon. No clue who he is either, or she. I feel like I've seen this cover, though. Like, that's pretty iconic. Quicksilvering, as he does. Hopefully not into the line of fire of a 50 cal. That's going to tear him in half. We can't have everything, though. So anyway, this one's called The Warlord and the Witch. They're back. It says, at last, they're back. Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. The siblings, the twins, whatever you want to call them. So they're back. That's exciting. Good for them. Nice white cover. Looking good. Clean, crisp corners on this one. It looks really nice. Then we got, we're skipping a couple non-keys. Let's see, 76, 77. So here we go, 78. All right, we've got M'Baku back. 78. So interestingly, very, very few of the books in this collection have this, but these are the sort of store marks that back in the day you would get every once in a while. I was reading something recently that it doesn't really affect the grading as long as it's in a inconspicuous spot. Like, for example, there's an Amazing Spider-Man, I don't remember what number it was. I think it's the first appearance of Gwen Stacy. And on the cover is Spider-Man's head front and center, and somebody in marker had done that, the store mark or whatever it is, right on his forehead. Like, come on, guys. So this guy, whoever marked this up, obviously knew, put it somewhere that's not covering something important up or covering the art up. So, not terrible. Let's see. So, what's important about this one? Second appearance of M'Baku, and first team appearance of Lethal Legion. It looks like it just was roughed up at one point in transit or something. Like, these look like compression marks. Like somebody put this down and put something on top of it, which sucks. So I don't know what that does to the grade. I mean, it obviously knocks it down a bit, but corners are nice. It just looks like it got not smushed, but there's like a impression. I'll put it back here. See, I don't know if you can see that, but right in here, there's this little, it's like somebody stamped it with something by accident. I don't mean like a ink stamp. I mean just like something got set down and pressed against it. So what are you going to do? It happens. Number 85. There it is. So it looks like we got appearances from Spider-Man. That's cool. And then a lot of the standard grouping of Avengers of this era. But it's the first team appearance of the Squadron Supreme, which I have heard about. I don't know what the distinction is. Should we look it up? Yeah, why not? Squadron Supreme is a heroic version of the Squadron Sinister. So I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that in this particular issue, Squadron Sinister turns into good guys for some reason. You know, maybe Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch and Vision convince them to not be bad. But that's speculation. I have no idea. Issue 86 is the second team appearance of the Squadron Supreme. We probably could have deduced that that's what this was going to be. Not much more to say about that one. Look at the brain on this dude, though. I mean, really, look at this brain. He's really giving it to him. Yikes. We got issue number 88. Oh, first appearance of Cyclop. Cyclop. Do we know who that is? Not Cyclops. Oh, it's this dude right here. It's this guy with the bug eye. Yellow head weirdo. Creepy looking. Hulk's hanging out. Cap, Thor, Iron Man, Barton Goliath, probably. Who else is that? Who is that over there? Who's this dude right here? Oh, is that Sam? Oh yeah. That's Sam Wilson. Yeah, that's who that is. Cool. All right. Well, there you go. Got a little Sam Wilson appearance. Issue number 89. This is a story event key. It's the start of the Kree-Skrull War. Kind of a big deal, not going to lie. Captain Marvel getting his head... it looks like he's getting his head permed, but it's probably worse than that. I'm going to guess. He's got like a colander on his head. Oh, man. All right, so anyway, this one is called The Only Good Alien is a Dead Alien. That's some Kree stuff right there, right? Aren't they the ones who are kind of more jerks? I guess not. I mean, it's all over the place. So we got Captain Marvel, the man without a world, and then he dies. And then he comes back. He probably dies again. I like how... I like how we got these four just looking in through a window, just peering in. They're like, hey, sit in this chair. Oh, not that chair. Damn. So this era is cool. I think this is something, I don't know, maybe somebody I knew when I was a kid had some of these older ones, but like this Vision up in the upper left corner there, for some reason, like, tickles my nostalgia. I found it to be really cool. So anyway, this one is the first appearance of the Mandroids. Don't know much about them, but it's all part of the Kree-Skrull War, as you can imagine. I guess it's called More Than Inhuman. Next up, another jump. We're going to 98. This is significant because this is when Clint reverts from Goliath back to Hawkeye. It's called Let's Slip the Dogs of War. Some Shakespeare, I think, right? I'm not going to lie, this is kind of a messy cover. I don't know, do people like this style? That's a bit much for me. White background, but then the window. I don't know. It's all right. It's just really busy. You see this complaint about, what is it, Avengers Annual 10, I think, the first Rogue, which I think we have somewhere. Clint's back to being Hawkeye. And of course, you have to make a big deal out of every 100th issue, because not every title gets to 100 issues. So, what's special about it? Wow. Every past and present Avengers member shows up for this issue. That's pretty exciting. Again, though, they're doing that window thing, the yellow background and then the actual art inside this box window. It's just not my thing, but this is a little less busy. I guess that was just a thing they were doing in that era. But yeah, this is a cool issue. The yellow looks good. I mean, all the colors look really nice comparatively to a digital image of it. Not that far off, I'm not going to lie. This is kind of not lit super bright, so it looks cool. It's in good condition. All right, we got another jump. We're moving right along here to 109. Barton's back, baby. Oh, no, he's not. He's cutting out. Oops. All right, so this is a first appearance of Imus the champion. Imus, the champion. Hawkeye leaves the Avengers. He's out. He's had enough. He said, I'm tired of being turned into a big guy and then a small guy, then a guy who can shoot stuff again. Break my bow over my knee. Or his head. I don't know. It's hard to say with this cover. Issue's called The Measure of a Man. And he's telling you right there. It's about this from here to here, as far as he's concerned. It didn't last. I think we can kind of venture to say that he comes back. Anybody know who Imus the champion is? I sure don't. Let's look it up. Oh, this dude. Cool. There's no info on him. He's just a guy. Not going to argue with that. Wow, this is in really good condition. All right, next up, 111. This issue, 111, is called With Two Beside Them. We've got Black Widow actually joining the Avengers, at least for now. And then, who else is in here? Yeah, it is Magneto. Max, Eric, Magnus, man of many names. He's a magnet for name. I should just quit for saying that. Not worth much, but pretty cool cover. I will say that I assume at some point we're going to get essentially this, right? In the movies. We're going to end up seeing the Avengers and Magneto and the X-Men in the same movie. So, can't say when it'll be, but it's going to happen. So that's something to look forward to. Maybe you want to pick up this book and hold on to it until then, and then sell it. But let's not delay getting to a major key. This is issue number 112 of Avengers. It is the first appearance of Mantis and the first appearance of Panther. That's all I can tell you. Because I don't know anything else about it. But, the red looks really nice on it. Unfortunately, we do have some nicks in it. But hey, that doesn't mean it's not a good book. It just means it's not worth as much if you want to sell it. After that, you guessed it, second appearance of Mantis. Not a tough one to guess there. It's called Your Young Men Shall Stay Visions. Oh, no, shall slay... Hang on. Have my glasses on? Your young men shall slay visions. Rude. It's got to be a reference. I don't know it, though. Oh, poor Wanda. She really goes through it. Following 113 is, of course, 114, which is the first cover appearance of Mantis, and Mantis joins the Avengers. It's called Night of the Swordsman. And there he is, right on the cover. And this, they love to do this, making it look real sinister, like she's the bad guy, but she joins the Avengers in this one, so I'm gonna guess she comes around. The Swordsman probably doesn't. Yeah, if this were me grading, if I really knew what I was doing, I would honestly, from other 9.0s and up, assuming all of the pages are intact and the back cover looks good and whatever, but there's literally nothing wrong with this book. I guess you could take a mark off for just the tiniest little bit of the paper is I don't know what you would even call it, but it's not unraveling, but it's got just a little bit of roughness to it on this bottom left corner. But other than that, there's like nothing that stands out. There's no spine ticks. The corners look really crisp. The color looks really nice. The impact of the cover is really good. I mean, it's not that big of a key, but I wonder what a difference it would make if this came back like a 9.8 or a 9.6, let's say. Or maybe you want to do that. I don't know. Maybe you should buy this issue, buy all of these, and then you can take this particular issue, find out what it gets graded at, and then you can call me and you can tell me. And then I'll say, cool. And then I'll say, don't ever call me again. What's wrong with you? What are you, insane? We're not friends just because you bought something from me. If I was friends with everybody I bought something from, I'd have some friends. We're jumping around here. This is 123. Big gap. I guess once Mantis joined the club, nothing exciting happened. That's a bummer for her. All right, so this one. All right, so here we go. Vengeance in Vietnam. Or an origin for Mantis. Oh, so they must have changed it, for obvious reasons. Special shock issue. The origin of Mantis. Yeah, I guess they changed it. Oh, there's a description. Oh, so this is the first cameo appearance of Star Stalker, first team appearance of the Priests of Parma, and origin of Mantis, origin of Libra. Lot going on in this one. So let's find out. Libra tells his tale depicting his fatherhood of Mantis. Okay. Despite her cries that he cannot possibly be telling the truth, the Avengers head to Vietnam. Why am I saying Vietnam? Oh, I know, because of the comic book Nam. I don't think anybody called it Nam. Maybe they did, but anyway, that's stuck in my head. The Avengers head to Vietnam, where they find both answers and Mantis's vengeful husband. Man, she's got a lot going on. So that was a cameo appearance of Star Stalker. Next, of course, we've got the full appearance of Star Stalker in issue 124. Not on the cover, though. So here we go. That's all it's got going on. Mantis insists that Libra's story is nothing but lies, and yet she knows more about the facility of the priests of Parna. Is it Parna? I think it is. Than she otherwise should. Her institutions serve her well as she counters the dangerous Star Stalker. Suddenly the Stalker is the name. Oh, interesting. So beware the Stalker is what it says here, but on the actual comic book and on the picture of the actual comic book, it says suddenly the Stalker. So who am I to argue? I don't know. Now this is a cover. I love this. I love how this looks. The purple, the heroes flying out at you. Great. Great stuff. Let's see who wrote this. Steve Englehart. All right, so what's important about it? It's the first appearance of Ultron number 7, the wedding of Quicksilver and Crystal, Bride, and Doom. But that doesn't seem right. Did I click on the wrong thing? No, that's it. Huh. All right, Havoc in the Hidden Land. So the Avengers depart for the wedding of Quicksilver and Crystal, despite the lack of invitation. Real nice. Once at the Great Refuge, they are suddenly and systematically attacked, both mentally and physically. Little do they realize Maximus the Mad has a new ally to call upon. Continued in Fantastic Four Volume 1, number 150, which I almost guarantee we have. And that, just a little tease, are some of the boxes you can see in the background there. We're going to get there soon, especially since the movie is, getting hype and the little Comic-Con test footage, or whatever you want to call it, has just been released or leaked, if you will. They knew it would. But anyway, that's a cool issue. 129. Oh, yeah. This is a nice one. We got Kang, baby. All right. This is the first appearance of... Oh, man. Amenhotep. Amenhotep. I don't know. Bid tomorrow goodbye. That's what Kang said. So Kang has arrived with a purpose. One of the females in Avengers Mansion is about to become a celestial Madonna, but historic records are incomplete. So he doesn't know if it will be Agatha Harkness, the Scarlet Witch, or Mantis. Well, Agatha appearance here. He captures all but Swordsman, leaving him behind as inconsequential, which may turn out to be a fatal mistake. To be continued in giant-sized Avengers. That's exciting. Okay, so we do have giant-sized Avengers, number 1 and number 2. They're just in another box, and we're going to get to them when we get to them. So, hope you got time to wait around till then. Or maybe by now you're watching it and that box episode is already up, and then you can just go find it. We're almost done with this box, so I'm going to try and blaze through the last, whatever, dozen or so that we've got here. So this is a cool book, and it's a great, great cover of Kang. But moving on, all right, we've got issue number 131. This is the first team appearance of the Legion of the Unliving. The Avengers regroup and talk with old friends while searching out information about the past of the Mantis, unaware that Kang has already prepared his next trap for them. Well, we got Legion of the Unliving. I don't know if they help out or if they are not helpful. But they come from beyond the grave, as it clearly states on this beautiful cover. So there you go. 133 is a origin of the Kree-Skrull War, origin of Mantis, which we kind of already got, origin of Vision, and the first appearance of Kotati. All right, this is a long description. Here we go. Having finished their combat against Kang, Immortus offers both Vision and Mantis the opportunity to view their pasts and learn of their own origins. Vision sees his early days in the form of the original Human Torch. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Which happened back in 1939. Mantis and the other Avengers are taken back to the first year of Hala's recorded history. At this time, the Kree are barbaric and the Kotati are peaceful. Each ignores the other, having evolved independently on the same world. The then peaceful Skrull arrive and offer to share knowledge and technology with one of the two races in exchange for obedience and planetary resources. But the race in question must first win a contest to prove their worth. Representatives of both races are left on otherwise unoccupied planetoids. The Kotati turn theirs into a thriving park, while the Kree, who were delivered to Earth's moon, create the blue city that Uatu now resides in. Man, this is long. The Skrull declared the Kotati the winners, angering the Kree, who kill every Kotati on Hala in an attempt to become the victors. The Skrulls do not approve and decide to cut the Kree off from their technology. The Kree again disagree and slaughter the Skrulls. Jeez. They eventually learn to work the Skrull craft and take the fight directly to the Skrull homeworld, starting the Kree-Skrull War. Well, that is a mouthful, but there you have it. Basically, it describes the whole book. I've seen this cover. This is not unknown to me, and I don't know why. But it's really great. The white background, all the colors, the purple looks really nice. It's cool. It says, Avengers assemble to learn the startling secret of the Hooded One. Yesterday and Beyond is what it's called. We got Steve Englehart writing, Gil Kane penciling, Frank Glacoya, Joe Staton, Sal Buscema, Joe Staton, I said that already, Phil Rachelson, Tom Orzechowski, got it, and Len Wein, and Marv Wolfman. Oh, here we go. Marv Wolfman now, editor-in-chief. Tell you a story about Marv someday. All right. I said I was going to move through these fast. We got issue number 134, which is a key issue because it's the origin of Vision. It's called Times That Bind. The Synchro Sticks continue to take Avengers on various voyages. The Vision learns most about his history as the original Human Torch and how Ultron came to possess his body. Meanwhile, the rest of the Avengers learn about the combined history of the Kree and the Kotati, including events that led to a settlement on Earth. Sounds a lot like a lot of what I just read, so it's just a continuation of all that. So there you go. This is issue 135. Again, it's given a origin of Vision key stamp, whatever you want to call it. God, all right, here we go. I thought this was going to be quick. It's not. Continuing his travels through time to learn his origins, the Vision sees that after the original Human Torch's death, battling the Fantastic Four, the Mad Tinkerer's lab was soon visited by Ultron. Ultron explains his origins to the computer Quasimodo and then explains his desire to use an android against the Avengers and how he had gotten the location of the Torch's body from the Mad Tinkerer himself. Ultron then takes the Torch's body, leaving Quasimodo behind to be found by the Silver Surfer. Whew! While back on Earth in Vietnam, Moondragon has arrived to greet the Avengers. The spectral form taking the shape of the late swordsman explains to all present that Moondragon and Mantis were destined to live similar lives and that one of them was to be the celestial Madonna, Mantis being the first choice, and Moondragon was the backup should Mantis prove to be unworthy of the title. Back in time, Vision learns that Ultron was unable to repair the Torch's body and so sought out Phineas T. Horton to help repair the android. Horton, now a down-on-his-luck property manager, was easily coerced into helping Ultron. However, once the Human Torch was rebuilt into the body which would be known as the Vision, Phineas sacrifices his life trying to stop Ultron, but ultimately fails, fearing that the Torch's personality would be a cause for the Vision to revolt. Ultron then planned to use the brain patterns of Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, to ensure that the Vision would comply with his orders. That was a lot to get through. Let's just move on. We got another white cover, and this is issue 141. It is called The Phantom Empire. It is the first Avengers issue penciled by George Perez. Oh, what more could you ask for? Written by Steve Englehart, cover pencilers Gil Kane, cover inker John Romita Sr. And the penciler is George Perez, as we said before. Really cool. Marv Wolfman is the editor-in-chief. Let's see what's happening. So we got Beast being attacked on the street, and Captain America lends a helping hand. They trace the attackers back to the combined brand Roxxon Corporation, and most Avengers head in to investigate. On this end, meanwhile, Thor and Moondragon pursue the missing Hawkeye right back to 1873. Well, there you go. Beautiful cover, though. I bet the art inside is amazing. George Perez. Gotta love him. 144. The Hellcat Cometh. So, we got Claws is the cover title, or the title of the story. This is the origin and first appearance of Hellcat, Patsy Walker. So the Avengers in the past prepare to return to the present. Meanwhile, the escaped Avengers in the Brand Corporation find a way to upgrade someone's abilities just before they and the Squadron Supreme get sent to another reality. All right, there you go. Hellcat. Look at them. Look at them flying towards them guns without a care. Next up, this is a cool cover. We've got 145. 145 is the taking of the Avengers. And when by they mean the taking of pictures of the Avengers, as you can see on the cover. That's their superpower or supervillain power, is just photographs. Photoshop. They Photoshop dead versions of them. So this is the first appearance of Assassin. Cap breaks up a bank robbery involving criminals with Captain America masks. Little realizing he has been targeted by the Assassin as the first Avenger to fall, the rest of the team stand vigil over his bedside, not realizing the true extent of the danger. Oh, I get it. He's the first target. That seemed weird when I read it. I get it. Cap's the first person being targeted by the Assassin. This wording's weird. It doesn't matter. 145. I like the gradient. The color is really cool. I mean, he looks like a dork, but he probably is. Oh, new writer, though. We've got Tony Isabella and Scott Edelman writing on this one. Sadly, we've got just some weird damage. It's like, this almost looks like water damage to me. Like, this may have gotten stuck to another issue right in here. I think that's what probably happened. There was a flood in the storage unit many, many years ago, and Marty lost just a bunch of books. And so, obviously, not every book was damaged. In fact, 20,000 of them mostly were not. But I think about another probably 4,000 or 5,000 books were destroyed, which is pretty upsetting. And there are often times when I'm going through the collection where there are ones that are missing, and I have a feeling that there are a bunch of like, I think what he did is he separated a box of just number ones, and I think one of those boxes got damaged because there's just some weirdness when you go through the collection where you're like, you have every single other issue except for issue 1. Or you have every issue from like 5 on and not 1 through 4. And it just seems weird. So I'm guessing, I'm speculating here, but sadly, I think that may have been what happened, is that he had separated out, a couple boxes of just number ones, or like the first few issues of a run, and they got destroyed in a flood. So they're not in that storage unit anymore, I'll tell you that much. What a bummer. So issue 146, here we go. So issue 146 is The Assassin Never Fails. Well, I think we know that that's not true. The assassin's plot, it's the death of assassin. So the assassin fails. They die. The cover says, the better to kill them with. The better to kill them with. Well, anyway, so the description is, the assassin's plot moves forward as Captain America is operated on by Dr. Donald Blake. Attempts made to poison Hawkeye and Iron Man render them unable to fight, while technology stops the Vision. Is there anybody left to defend against the villain? Well, probably. They die. So I think somebody showed up. Did you guys know? I don't think I've ever seen this. The Vision is named Victor Shade? Victor Shade? I've never heard that. Huh. Always learning here. We've got a story event, issue number 148. Right? Yeah. This is called 20,000 Leagues Under Justice. The key is American Eagle becomes Captain Hawk. Captain Hawk. Cool. Great. There you go. Not much more to say. Now we got 151, another story event. This is Beast joins the Avengers. That's exciting. It's called At Last, The Decision. I'm surprised it doesn't say, Oh My Stars and Garters or something. The history of the Avengers team lineups continues, and it is not a short one. Nonetheless, in the end, the decision is made and the lineup revealed to the world. So, all new lineup. It's you, Beast. That's what Captain America is saying. It's you. Almost there. We are almost to the end of this box, if you can believe it. Issue 152. This is a key because it is the first appearance of Black Talon, Samuel Barone. Nightmare in New Orleans. There's probably a warning. Did you guys notice this on Marvel Unlimited, the digital books? I've been reading some of these old ones, and they do put a disclaimer that basically says there was tropes and points of view in the era that this was written that were insensitive, and we apologize, and we are not going to do that anymore, which I think is fair. I'm gonna venture that there may be some of that in this issue. Simon Williams, a Zuvembi, because the Comics Code Authority did not allow the use of the word zombie. Oh, right. So he's a Zuvembi. Okay. has returned, this guy, Simon, has returned accusing the Vision of stealing his mind. Wow. The Scarlet Witch leads the charge to Louisiana, where they find the Zuvembi master, zombie master, and join forces to defeat the threat. The personal cost to two of the Avengers, however, is quite great. Looks like Wonder Man is getting beat up. Pretty cool cover, though, I'm not going to lie. All the skulls and skeletons and swamp, and I love the vibe. I'm sure it's got some just stuff that is not great. But what are you going to do? It's just the way it was. No longer, though. Issue number 154, When Strikes Atuma. First appearance of Tirak. First appearance of Lord Arno. That's all I got for you. No more information. The floating heads, not really ever been my taste. I think some people really love it, which is cool. I get it, but it's not my thing. But, this issue looks really nice, and it is the last one of our first box. If you can believe it, we got there. It took a long time. That's only 175 more short boxes to go. Not all of them are going to have key issues or this many key issues. That's certainly true. But when you're grabbing these big titles from the 60s and on, you're going to run into them. And once again, I'm Tim Aslin from Marty's Comics. Take it easy.